Emily. She goes to Devil Ray Cheerleading. How long have you been doing this, Emily?
I've been tumbling for 2 years, and this is my second season cheerleading.
Do they work you hard?
Well, yes, but it's for my own good.
How often do you come down here and do this?
About 4 or 5 days a week.
Wow. Feel like you're good at it? Are you going to the competition, or are you too young for the competition? How old are you?
I'm 11.
Are you going to the competition in Dallas?
Yes.
Are you nervous?
Yes.
No kidding. Do you sleep well the night before and all that when you're thinking about this stuff? I mean, is it...
Yes, but no.
Yes, but no. Have you been to any other competitions?
Yes.
How did you do?
Last season we didn't do so good, but this season we've won first every single competition, so.
So you feel real good about it?
Yes.
What school you go to?
Mission Road Elementary.
You like school?
Yeah.
How are your grades?
Very good.
Really?
Always in B's.
Do your parents have to tell you to do homework, or do you do homework on your own?
I do it on my own.
Very good, Emily. Nice to meet you, and hope you do well in the competition.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, Emily. This is Natalie King. She's with Devil Ray Cheerleading.
Hello.
Nice to meet you, Natalie.
It's nice to meet you too.
How long have you been doing this, and what is your role here?
I have been a tumbling instructor and a coach here for 6 years.
What did you do before that? You were in high school?
I was in high school before that. I went to Gordon Central. I cheered there. I did football competition and basketball.
So how long were you a cheerleader?
6, 7 years through middle school and high school.
Did your parents get you involved with this, or did you get yourself involved with this?
I got myself involved. I did gymnastics most of my early childhood and through middle school, and then went over to cheerleading once that became more of the fun thing to do.
Now, what are the age of the girls in here?
The girls in here right now are about anywhere from 4th grade to 10th grade. So they're all about from 9 to 16.
So somebody that signs up with Devil Ray Cheerleading, do they have an advantage going into middle school?
Oh yes, they learn everything they would need to learn for tryouts here. We train them to know exactly what they need to do walking in the door to tryouts, so they're not as nervous and they have a better advantage of making a team.
Really?
Most of our girls cheer not only here but also cheer at all of the city and county schools for middle and high school.
Well, kids that do not become cheerleaders or do not want to pursue it any further, what are the benefits?
What are the benefits of not wanting to...
Of coming here?
Of coming here, 1, you're learning any kind of tumbling. 2, you're learning any kind of cheerleading aspect. We also have a great gymnastics program. And then if you don't want to get involved in actual cheerleading at school, you could just cheer here. Or you can just do the physical aspect of it, the physical side of getting in shape and getting healthy.
You have a competition coming up?
Yes, we have one coming up actually this Sunday. So a week from today, and then we have the big nationals coming up at the end of February in Dallas, Texas.
How have you done in the past?
We have went to Dallas 3 years now in a row, and 2 out of 3 years, this team actually here has won nationals. Last year we came in 3rd.
How many teams are we talking about?
It depends on your division. We've had some from 5 teams to some to 20 teams against us.
Really?
And they're from all over the United States.
And they're the best of the best?
They're the best of the best.
So, how are you going to do this time? What's your prediction?
We're hoping we do really well.
Well, you know, 1 year from the next.
You can't go in thinking like that.
Right.
You have to go in with a positive attitude and not counting your chickens before they hatch.
But you feel good about it?
I feel good about it. I'm just hoping for the best. We're just going to do what we can do to prepare ourselves to get there.
If somebody's interested in enrolling your child, what was the age again?
We actually start around the age of 3 with gymnastics and tumbling classes. And then we go all the way up through high school.
If somebody's interested, how do they reach you?
They need to call our gym at 770-607-0750. Or they can just come by anytime they want.
Natalie, thank you very much for joining us on Cartersville UNCUT.
You're very welcome. Thanks for having us. If you want to be a part of Devil Race, come see us.
D-E-V-I-L. Welcome to Louie's. What can I get for you? Hey, welcome to Louie's. We're here Monday through Friday from 6:30 to 2. We do breakfast and lunch. We have call-ahead order, catering, drive-through service. Anything that you need, we can take care of you. And we're now open on Fridays from 5:30 to 9 for dinner, coffee and desserts, and we're also open on Saturday for full breakfast and lunch from 8 o'clock to 3 o'clock. We look forward to seeing you soon.
We have Grandma's chicken salad.
We have fresh baked muffins and tasty treats.
We have sub sandwiches and hot grilled paninis on homemade bread.
And don't forget about our coffee. We've got a specialty house blend that's roasted for us weekly, as well as a full line of coffee espresso drinks, and we can make them how you like.
We can't wait to see you at Louie's Cafe.
Cartersville UNCUT. I'm Mac with Mac's Mobile Detailing, here detailing at Southeastern Auto Works.
Hey, this is Amanda at Southeastern Auto Works. We just wanted to let you know why you're getting your car painted or your dents and car. We can also do mechanical work on your car, such as brakes and rotors and drums, and we can also do oil changes. So if you want to come down and see us, you can come to 10 Eagles Court, Cartersville, Georgia, 30120, or you can call us at 770-606-0665. Thanks so much.
Hi, I'm Catherine. I'm at Cletus Tees. Have you been to Cletus Tees yet? We have so much fun here at Cletus Tees. Do you like to line dance and shake your booty? Friday nights is line dancing. Do you like to line dance? Saturday nights they have live bands. Do you like live bands? As the night goes on, we like to dance in the bar at Cletus Tees. Don't forget, my name is Catherine, and I'm waitress here at Cletus Tees, and I would love to see you. So if you stop by, don't forget to tell me hey.
This is Public Service Commissioner Lauren Bubba McDonald. Did I say that correctly?
That's correct.
And you're the top dog there, right? I mean, you run the show.
No, not really. There are 5 commissioners, and we all have, basically, we're elected by the people of Georgia.
Do you get a lot of hate mail?
Absolutely.
Do you? I bet you do. I mean,
absolutely.
With rates going up, people just don't follow. They just know it affects their pocketbook.
Everybody wants free electricity, and I understand that. I'm a consumer myself. And it's I understand politics. The easiest way to do is say no, but you'll be without electricity down the road.
Now, if I have a problem with my cable, just whatever it is, or my telephone, can I put in a complaint with the Public Service Commission?
When you say cable, are you talking about cable television?
Yes.
We have nothing to do with cable television.
Just electricity or
electricity.
telephone?
Telephone was deregulated by Congress and the State General Assembly. We basically referee There are only about 13 independent telephone companies in the state that want to be regulated by the Public Service Commission. It's a volunteer basis. But as far as your AT&T and all of those are concerned, they are in a deregulated marketplace. Now, we referee between complaints and this kind of thing with those companies. And yes, the Public Service Commission, our Consumer Affairs section, certainly helps people with those issues.
So if I have a complaint, I can send it in, and it is taken serious.
Absolutely.
Now, the power bill is going up, and you explained it pretty well. Can you make it in a real simple version to explain to people why the bill is going up a little bit?
Well, the bill is going up because we have to have new generation capacity. Georgia has grown over the last 10 years. You have to have new transmission. New generation, we have 2 nuclear plants going in. We're converting old coal-powered systems to combined cycle natural gas. To do these and make these capital investments, it's expensive. But the one thing that we will have in Georgia, we will continue to have the cheapest electric rates below the national average, some 10 to 15%. Our electric rates before this increase were actually cheaper than they were in 1991. And so we continue to work with our regulated utilities, making sure that our consumers have reliable, cheap, and electricity that's clean, and that's what we do.
Commissioner, thank you for joining us on Cartersville UNCUT.
Pleasure.
Hey, I'm Frank. You know, book smarts are great, but it really takes common sense to be competitive in today's business market. For 28 years, the IT professionals at Common Sense Computers have been designing software and integrating systems for all types of businesses. Whether you're using a database, mobile applications, or shop floor automation, let Common Sense help you solve your IT needs. Check out our website at www.commonsensesolutions.com and see what Common Sense can do for your business.
JDH Electric. We're talking to him because the power bill is going up. What's your opinion?
Well, I don't know. What is it going up, David? What does the PSC say in the percentages there?
10%.
10%. 10%. I think it's 10% over 3 years, though. So if you factor that out, it's at about 3 1/3% a year. Over 12 months, we're all going to see probably about $5 increase on our bill. But we could still look at some ways to save some electricity in our homes and businesses, I think.
Okay, so you're saying it's 10% over 3 years is what?
I think that's right, David. I'd have to go back and look, but I think that's right, and probably look at the PSC website and figure that out. But,
so it's about, if you get a $80 bill, it's only going to go up $3, $4, something like that.
Yeah,
what you're thinking
per month. That's right.
Well, that's not a big whoop-de-doo, is it?
I don't think so. But if we all could save a little electricity and show Georgia Power or the power providers and that we are trying to save, we maybe not see another rate increase for a really long time.
Well, this is what you do. How do I save money on my power bill?
Save money on your power bill. David, we can do several things. Again, lots of people are using electronics, cell phone chargers, computers, probably one of the biggest usages in the home these days. And most people don't turn those off. They just put them in a sleep mode or leave them plugged in or on, even at a surge protector. If we can turn that off, that would really help on what's called phantom power. That phantom power is still drawing about 85% of the total power that the device uses, even when it's in sleep mode. So if we can start turning those off at the wall or unplugging them, that'll help reduce your power bill. Other ways are changing out light bulbs from standard incandescents to CFLs. And then also, if you don't want to do that, even installing dimmers, which is a little upfront cost, but it's going to pay for itself over the life of the lamp and the life of the dimmer itself, because those are going to last longer with less energy you're trying to force through them.
You telling me when my computer's turned off, when it's turned off, it's not draining any power, is it?
That's right. No, it's not.
But if it's in a sleep mode,
it's still pulling power in sleep. Although the computer will tell you it's less power, and it is less than the normal operating, but it's still pulling about 85%.
In a sleep mode.
In a sleep mode. In a sleep mode, it certainly is. So, what I would say to challenge people is, do it for a month. Start turning it off the wall. All your electronics. If you just turn off your computer, but you leave your bedroom light on all night, you're not going to see a big difference there. And then in places like offices, they have lighting controls in those that can be installed with occupancy sensors. And again, changing out lighting in offices as well will help. There's some outdated lighting in a lot of offices and a lot of buildings in and around everywhere, not just in Bartow County. That's old, what's called T12 technology, and that's outdated, and they can't even manufacture it anymore, David, after this year. So those people need to look at changing to newer, what's called T8 or T5 technology in office and warehouse environments, and that really cuts down. And the state of Georgia actually, in businesses, office, warehouse environments, will give energy tax credits back to those businesses that spend over certain dollar amounts to upgrade their lighting.
So you know all the rules and regulations.
We do, and there is some paperwork involved there, but we work with some vendors and manufacturers, suppliers that can help achieve all that paperwork to go to the state. We're not CPAs, and certainly I would advise any business that's considering that to consult with their tax accountant or their CPA to find out what the benefits can be to them. But we would certainly be able to help in that arena.
James Hall, JDH Electric, thank you for the info.
Thank you, David. And if anybody needs help on installing those items or wants to talk to us about it, we can be reached at 770-607-6900.
Thank you, James.
Thanks, David. Hello, I'm James.
And I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Jordan.
And we're the owners of JDH Electric. At JDH Electric, we can service all of your electrical needs. If it's in your home, your office, your industrial facility, anywhere that you currently need electrical service, we can help you. If you need electrical service, give us a call, 770-607-6900. At JDH Electric, we look forward to serving you for this generation.
Generations to come.
We've got you covered, and we have the best vegetables ever. So come and eat at Slopes, so next time somebody asks you what your favorite thing to eat is, you know exactly what to tell them.
I'm Russell. I'm going to work out here at Maximum Body. This stuff is just not for women. I'm going to show these chicks how to do it. Guy style, man style, man job.
I'm too sexy for my love. my love, love's going to leave me. I'm too sexy for my shirt, too sexy for my shirt, so sexy it hurts. I'm too sexy for Milan, too sexy for Milan, New York and Japan.
I think I'll go play golf.
Sexy for my love, sexy for my love, love's going to leave me.
This is Jessica Meachum. She is the new executive director of the Good Neighbor Homeless Shelter. Did I say all that correctly?
You got it right.
All right, let's get to know you a little bit.
Okay.
What did you do before this?
I most immediately worked for Talatuna Community Action Partnership. I ran our office that's on Douglas Street. That's where the public comes in to get assistance with utility bills. We did a gardening program, some back to school programs, things to try to get individuals in the community to go back, get some higher education so that they could get better jobs. And before that, I was a hospice social worker. I worked at the hospice house here in town and did some home hospice.
What's your educational background?
I'm a UGA grad.
In what?
Importantly, my undergraduate degree is in English, and then I have a master's in social work and a master's in divinity from Baylor University, which is in Waco, Texas.
So this is ultimately what you wanted to do.
This is it. I just told one of my board members a couple weeks ago, he said, "How did you end up here?" I said, "Believe it or not, this is my dream job." He's still kind of amazed by that, but this is it. I mean, I really feel called by God to work in a nonprofit, providing good, solid leadership, and I think what we do here is amazing work.
How long have you lived in this area?
I've lived in Cartersville since 2006. This is my husband's hometown, and once I finished up in seminary and grad school, we moved here. We've been here.
Seminary.
4 or 5 years.
So seminary.
Yes.
You didn't want to be a preacher. You just wanted to know. You just wanted to know, or?
I think that Jesus is extremely clear that Christians are called to take care of people that are struggling. And with just a seminary background, most preachers, they don't spend a lot of time in seminary getting you ready for taking care of people that are struggling. There's a little bit of work in that area, but what Baylor and Truett Seminary, which is the seminary at Baylor, they've done work to create a program where you work on both a seminary degree and a social work degree together. They try to merge those as one practice where they're creating social workers who work in churches or kind of in parachurch organizations, which is what I would call the shelter, to help churches and Christians connect to meaningful work with people that are struggling.
As the executive director of the Good Neighbor Homeless Shelter, how would you describe your job?
My job is to get the word out in the Cartersville community about the shelter. I'm amazed every day by how many people are Cartersville natives and don't even realize we have a homeless shelter. So my job is to get the word out about what we do, about what makes this shelter unique, and to raise funds for what we do. We raise almost $180,000 a year locally through local foundations, individuals, businesses, and churches that give to the shelter. So
now tell me about the people who stay here. What is their predicament?
Correct. The maximum capacity of our shelter is 23. We have 23 people here right now. We have 19 adults and 4 children in the shelter. All 4 are boys under the age of 10. They're here with their moms. But all the adults in the shelter have to be job seeking. So in order to come into the shelter, you have to be looking for work. They have to complete 6 job searches 6 days a week, except for Sunday, or if they worship differently, they can take Saturday off. But they have 6 days a week of 6 job searches. If in the first 4 weeks that they're guaranteed they find work, then they can stay up to an additional 8 weeks to save their first paychecks, save some money, because making deposits on utilities and rent, things like that, is expensive. It's hard to get started.
Do you walk them through that process of helping them get into an apartment or a...
We do. I have a shelter manager who does really the work with the guests. Her name is Ginger Mahoney. She's been here for several years in different capacities. And she is our shelter manager and our goals program coordinator right now, and she meets with all the guests weekly and walks them through those steps. If they make it past the first 4 weeks, they have to start a savings account. They have to be putting money in that savings account. They have to show us their paychecks, and we want to see that they're saving all their money and trying to get some money saved so she can help them find appropriate housing. We have a storage unit where we store furniture donations, so we can help furnish their home. A lot of them have some belongings but don't have furniture and things like that they would need for their new home.
Do you have all the furniture that you need?
No, we certainly can. We just got a brand new storage unit out at American Storage. It was donated by Galen McDonald, the owner out there. He's given us some space, at least in the short term. And we have an 8 by 25 foot space and a few items in there, but lots of space for more furniture donations. I'd prefer we have things ready when guests leave rather than scrounging at the last minute trying to find beds and couches for our guests when they get to leave the shelter.
So when they leave, you do your best to set them up.
We really do. We had a lady leave on Martin Luther King weekend. She left on Sunday. That was the last guest to leave successfully, and she got a new 3-bedroom house for her and her 9-year-old twins. And we got donations to furnish the entire house, beds in every room, couch and love seat that were beautiful, donated by a family here in town. I mean, her house, it turned out really cute. Try to get.
So if somebody just has a recliner chair and it's in good shape, you want it?
We want it. And Rick Wynn at Wynn Cadillac Buick GMC, he has a box truck that he will even come pick things up. He is a member at one of the Rotary clubs, and he said he would meet me places and pick up things and get them to our storage unit for us, so we even have transportation.
Wow.
So
now,
I have found people like to store furniture they don't want up in their attic where it's very hard to get to.
Right.
So we take guests over there and we'll get it out of your attic wherever it is and load it up and move it.
Now people just call you, say here's a chair.
Absolutely.
You don't want junk though.
No,
you're not a haul. You're not a dump. You don't want to just
exactly.
Right.
I want for the people who leave the shelter to feel like what we are giving them is quality, because when we give them things that are essentially trash, that indicates something about what we think their worth is. If I want them to put things in their home that I would never really want in my home, I don't want us communicating that message. I want us communicating the message of what you're doing is hard work and you're succeeding, and we want to support you, and we want you to feel like this is a nice home.
Do you have enough money to run the shelter?
I mean, the shelter's not in any immediate danger of closing, but we have a lot of money to raise. I certainly don't know where all $180,000 that needs to be raised for next year is coming from. So we are always looking for donors to give one-time gifts on our website, which is www.goodneighborshelter.org. It's set up to take donations on our website. You can give a one-time gift or a monthly pledge that way. We have pledge envelopes. We take donations all the time.
All right, if somebody wants to donate furniture, or just call up and $20 or whatever, how do they can reach you through the goodneighborshelter.org?
Yes.
Or what's your phone number?
770-607-0610. We have staff here 24 hours a day, so they can call or come by anytime.
Jessica Meachum, Executive Director of the Good Neighbor Homeless Shelter. Thank you very much for joining us on Cartersville Uncut.
Thank you so much.